The Settings app can also control which apps are available to share your data. Now, before we go and configure that, let me just show you an example of sharing your data. On the Start screen, I'm going to click Photos. That opens up the Photos app, and I see here I have some pictures in my Pictures library, and I'll just click that. Now, if you already have pictures in your Pictures library, that's great. You can use one of those. If you don't have any, you can look in the Chapter 2 folder of the exercise files, and you'll see these pictures here in that folder. Now, if you're not familiar with how to move files around from one folder to the next, don't worry about that. We'll talk about that later on in the course. So let's say I want to share this first picture here of the red mill. I'll just select it. And now I'll roll the mouse down over the lower right corner of the screen. And when the charms come up, I'll click Share. And you see I have two apps available to share. Now on your computer, if you have not signed up for SkyDrive, you won't see it there. But you may have other apps on your screen that I don't have on mine. It all depends. But let me try sharing this by email. So I'll click Mail. And you see what it does. It creates a new email message with this photo attached. And it's coming from me. So I'll address it to guest1@totaltraining.com. And I can put in a subject. And then I can click down here to add a message. And if I don't like this business here, sent from Windows Mail, I could simply select it and delete it. That's just part of the message. And that's really all I have to do. And then once I'm ready, I can click on this button here to send it. I'm not actually going to send this, so I'll just come back here. And let's go back to Settings. I'm just going to hit the Windows key on the keyboard so I get back to the Start screen. Roll down over the lower right corner. Go up to Settings. Down at bottom, change PC settings. And over here on the left, I'll click Share. So remember, I had those two apps. I had SkyDrive and I had Mail. So what this is saying is, show the apps that I use most often at the top. So if I had a whole lot more apps, I could have those on there. And maybe I wanted to see a list of how often I share any of them. And if I do that, I can decide how many items do I want in the list. And then clear that list if I want. Now you notice that this shows 3 apps, but the People app I had turned off. So that's why it showed me Mail and SkyDrive only. So you see that sharing your data in Windows 8 really takes just 2 or 3 mouse clicks.